let's go ahead and introduce ourselves here, each of you.
Hi, my name is Craig Knutson. I'm currently retired, but spent many, many years at Southwestern Bell as their chief economist.
Hi, I'm Rachel Kanady. I'm Senior Vice President of Value Creation for NFP, which is an Aon customer, and a recipient of Craig's tutelage back in the 11th grade.
Great,
Very kind.
great. So Craig, can you tell me a little bit about your involvement with Junior Achievement in the past?
Well, I started because I was hired by Southwestern Bell to be their chief economist. And I knew at the time we did not have an economics requirement in the state. And I wanted to do the next best thing, and that was to teach applied economics through junior achievement. So I started, I think, in 1985 and went all the way through probably around 2005. I was a classroom consultant for a good 20 years. And sometimes, some semesters, I actually did 2 classes, as a matter of fact. So a little bit overloaded, but I loved it. I loved being around youth. And I actually required all 3 of my children to take JA. So they were at Westmore, and so each one of them had to take a class from me as her father. I don't know how comfortable that made them, but that's the only economics they got in high school was the JA class. So it was really important for me to do, not only because of the profession, because I believed in economics, but also for the youth, and make sure that they had a good understanding of what it takes to make it in this world, quite frankly.
Oh, that's great. Now, Rachel, tell us a little bit about your experience with Craig's classes.
Sure. Well, I knew Craig's son, Chad, before I knew Craig, so his last name was immediately familiar to me. When I was in 11th grade, it was business economics, the
Right.
elective that I took, and Craig came in every week. I looked forward to that session a lot. Couple things that came out of that. One, I learned the impact that a volunteer can make, and the important lessons that we can learn when we can look up to somebody, especially beyond the family or church. Craig was somebody that I didn't know in any other circle. He wasn't a teacher. It felt very special. When he came into the classroom, he was dressed to the nines. I knew what professionalism needed to look like, and it inspired me. Also, you helped us know with computer skills. Remember MEES?
Oh, yeah.
We learned how to build a business and the different concepts of research and development, marketing, and the different roles that people play, and they're all important. And you or your fellow, committee selected me to advocate for junior achievement at the international conference. So I got to travel on my own with a young lady that was my age, and that was thrilling. I felt grown up. And was quickly humbled by some of the other countries that were there, and just totally,
Yeah.
blew us away with our program. But that also showed me the impact of junior achievement on a global scale. And from then on, I've been in JA's debt. I feel like it's part of my core. I've volunteered in the classroom, emulating Craig, and I've told our story to countless people when onboarding new peers on the board, or sharing my story with directors like Ed, or press, or teachers, because it's part of who I am now. And I believe that, like you, children need to hear this mission. They
Yeah,
need
they
to
do.
know the impact they can make,
Yep.
and everybody can make a difference.
Yep.
Great.
You
Thank
have you have with me.
Any other
Thank you.
final thoughts from either of you?
Well, first of all, I'm humbled by your remarks. I really am. You never know whether you're making an impact. You don't know, and it's so nice that you would share that, because I'd like to think I made an impact with a lot of kids, but went on with my life, and they've gone on with theirs. But it's nice for you to share. It's really, really special.
It's my pleasure. I tell people I don't remember my 11th grade teacher's name, but I remember this guy. I remember Craig Knutson and Will till the day that I die. And not all the time are we lucky enough to experience our impact, but we can know by stories like ours that it is out there and it's happening, and the impact that we're making on youth goes farther. It's a multiplier for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate